Hey guys! Okay, today I am so excited about make sure everything's plugged in and good. It's a weird thing. I always have to do that. Even if I know I just turned it on, I've got to see it. I've got to touch it. It's weird. Okay. Today, I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm showing you a new hair styling tool to me. I got the Tyme iron about a month ago, and you guys heard me mention it in my video about my hair when I went and got it cut about, was it like a month and a half or so ago? I don't know. Anyways, in that video I was showing you how I curled it with a regular curling iron. That's how I normally do my hair. I'm just super used to a curling iron. I like the look. You know, I can use a flat iron, and somewhere I'm sure over the years I have a tutorial on how to use a flat iron to curl hair, but it's just something that makes me cringe. I usually don't love it, but every time I go to my well, not every time. My hairstylist, Rhonda, styles it with a flat iron, and she does these really pretty, kind of wavy, cool curls, you know, with a flat iron. And in the video, I was saying, yeah, she styled it like that, but I'm not, you know, super great at that. It always freaks me out. But I've seen this product, a Tyme iron, that looks like a flat iron. It has almost this scissor motion. Do you see that? How it kind of... But then it has this little guide where it magically curls your hair. We've all seen those videos, you're scrolling through Facebook late at night or through Instagram, and you're just God, you're watching this hair being curled, and you're that's how I want my hair to look, you know. And so it sucks you in. Anyways, I just briefly mentioned it. Giant hair on my mic there. Yeah, I kind of briefly mentioned it, thinking it was kind of cool, and then the next day I get an email from Tyme. They had seen my video and had heard me mention it, and they were like, do you want to try one? And I was like, no. Yeah, of course I said yes. I was so excited to try it, right? So I'm gonna demonstrate this. I've had it, like I said, for about a month, and I think this is a good time to do it. When I first got it, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do one of those fumbly videos that people watch where I'm I don't know what I'm doing. You know, the first time. And I really thought I was gonna do that because I thought, you know, we can work through issues. But this is something you can't really do that with. You have to really learn it. And I learned that after trying it the first time. Just from how you hold it. It's very, you know, you have to... And I am going to share with you all of these things that have made it so much easier for me. All of the things that I ran into and kind of watched so many videos from Tyme, really tried to do. Okay. So yeah, this is not sponsored in any way. They just sent this to me. Like anything else, I was just really excited about it. And I do want to share this with you because this is all I've been using to curl my hair lately. So you open it up. This is the Tyme Iron Pro that has the way you tell the difference. It has the lights. I don't really know how the other one looks. I just know it doesn't have these lights where you can adjust the heat. You just press this button to adjust the heat. And mine's usually on 2 or 3. I put it on 3. I don't know. And then you see one plate. Both of the plates are flat, but one of them has this little curvy guide and one of them straight. I got so many hacks and tips for this thing, y'all. You're gonna flip. Okay, so anyways, yeah, I open it and I'm looking and it says, okay, on the right side you have to hold it down, on the left side you have to hold it over, and I'm thinking, I can't, did you hear my shoulder pop just then? I'm I can't do that. That's why I never got behind a curling wand. I didn't want to burn my hand off, first of all, it just freaks me the hell out. But I don't like this motion. Well, then I realized you hold it a different way. I got it down, y'all. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. My hair could look like crap today, but we're gonna see. But anyway, so it has this little just quick thing, and I'm okay, you know, I'm trying to look, and I'm trying to see exactly how the hand is, and you put this down, and you're well, which way do I hold it? And you're really thinking about it. I just picture math equations swirling around in your head, you know? It's you're thinking which way should I turn this? And you're really thinking about it. No. You hold it with your thumb behind the light. I guess what I noticed is I put my fingers behind these lights, you know, like a football, laces on a football. Is that weird? Probably. Just put your thumb behind the light. And then as you use it and you put it down, you just sit it down that way, you pick it back up and it's ready to go. So put your thumb behind the light and then you just go to town. No, I'm kidding. There's a little more to it than that. I watched the videos on their YouTube page. Super helpful. Get through, I promise you, if you got this and you're what the heck do I do? Watch some of those, and then you can even set up a time for them to kind of video chat with you, and they'll show you what you're doing wrong. The most helpful video I watched, though, was where they had recorded one of the video chats of one of of the woman like that does the video chatting or whatever. I think they've got like a few people that do it, showing this girl what to do wrong, and it was things I was running into. So we're just gonna, let me just show you, okay? So what I do, I mean, you can section your hair off however you want. I'm just gonna kind of, should I do this up a little? Let me put this up a little. I don't know. There's nothing more annoying when you're like doing a hair video and I'm like, okay guys, do you see that? Do you see that right there? And you can't see it, so I'm gonna try to like. Okay, so what I do is I always start with the right side. The right side is the side where you're gonna hold it down. When you get to the left side, you're gonna hold it like this. But don't do this. This is what I was doing. I was like trying to get it. I'm like, ugh. No, literally point your elbow at the mirror and just flip it in your wrist, okay? It's the wrist motion. So you literally have all of the, I'm gonna show you how to alternate your curls, you guys. And that was what, like, I thought to myself, I need to set up one of those times. And my thoughts were, I don't want to be like fumbling and them saying, okay, let me teach you the basics, because I knew the basics in my head. I just wanted to be like more like second nature, like get the motion down, and then if I still ran into problems, I was gonna do the video chat and I wanted them to help me. And I'll kind of show you some of the things that I run into and that I still might have issues with, but I'm trying, okay? Because I'm still kind of new with this. Okay, just get a piece of hair and let me just show you what you do. So you take it, again, and you don't have to think about how to pick it up if you just sit it down the same way every time, but just put your thumb behind it. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna like clamp it, but not hold a lot of tension, then you'll have a crease. That was another thing that I deal with. So I don't know, and it's still hard even if I don't clamp it hard, because I just have such fine, straight hair. That is something that's really hard for me to avoid. That's my biggest issue with this. You get a ton of volume with this. Okay, let me just do this. So when you curve it, you kind of like flip it out. So I know one of the girls in the video said it's like you're grooming a motorcycle. So like, you know, like you're not turning it this way, you're flipping it like that away. So barely just do that and then grab it down here and then go through. And you don't want to go through too fast, you don't want to go through too slow. When I first got it, I was terrified of it. And you see that? Could have done it a little higher for more volume. Okay, I was terrified of it and I was literally like, I was like going through it real fast because I have this weird phobia of flat irons on my hair. It's like I don't want to burn my hair. So if you do that and you go through too fast, you'll get frizz. And I was getting frizzy roots, which I don't even have an ounce of frizz in my hair. Like this is literally like half air dried, half blow dried without a brush. I have like that Puppets hair, you know, like on the Muppet, that woman that has like the choppy hair that's like, yeah, are you guys following? I hope so. Yeah, so anyways, it was weird. And I realized by watching the videos so then you keep going. Just grab pieces like you would and just do it again. When you go to these under pieces, really get close to the roots. And the big thing is grab the piece from under, because that way you can hold it like perpendicular to the thing, and it keeps it from falling out. So let me show you something that I have learned, and I was doing it then, and it's something that I still struggle with. Let me get this back piece real quick, and I'll kind of talk about it right here. When you are doing this, my biggest thing was pulling it the wrong direction, and I kind of did it in the last one. You want to pull it toward the mirror. You see that? Okay, my thing that I do a lot is I do this. I try to like go out and away, like following the direction of the hair, like you would a straightener. If you're straightening this back piece of hair, what are you gonna do? You're gonna go down and out. You're not gonna like pull it toward. That was my biggest thing. But what you wanna do is every time you do it, you wanna go toward the mirror. That was another thing I learned, but just trust me, like I know I kind of like figured it out on my own and by like watching a lot of videos. I'm trying to do this so you don't have to watch a million of them, but still if you have this, it really helps. So if you want to do an alternating curl on the right side, I never alternate my curls. I'm just kind of showing you how. So you want to, you go in from the top and you do the same wrist motion. You're not going to like turn it the opposite way or anything. It's just your same motion. And like sometimes it's hard for me to, you see that? For me to flip my wrist hard enough, but the more like rotation of your wrist, the tighter your curl is going to be. These curls will last 4 days. Once I get through these like boring under pieces, we'll be good to go. And you'll be able to like really see it well. Okay, so yeah, sometimes like when I get to those, I'll kind of like, instead of just using my wrist, I'll kind of hold it with 2 hands and kind of rotate it. But then if you do that, make sure you sit your iron down the right way, like with the light up, so that when you pick it up, your thumb is under the light. That's my biggest thing. You don't really have a lot of thought involved in this if you just kind of like sit it down the right way and just kind of grab it the right way. Sometimes my thing too is that I definitely use what was I trying to say? Too big of pieces of hair. I do have like, I have thinner hair, finer hair, so sometimes I'll just naturally take large pieces. But if you try to like not section it into tiny pieces, but just like workable pieces, I don't know, it just is better. And then, you know, just kind of guide it. And I like it that the outside of the iron doesn't get like hot. So like when I'm grabbing for that piece of hair, I'm not like burning my hand if I touch this. I mean, it's kind of warm, but it's not like gonna fry my hand off, you know what I mean? Flat iron, a lot of flat irons, like you can't touch them. And then, see how I'm kind of like grabbing that and I'm barely putting any kind of like tension on the iron, because I'm not relying on the tension of like squeezing it hard to hold my hair in. You just kind of guide it, you know what I'm saying? But you really want to like I'll be going out that way, and I'm sure I probably did that with a few of those pieces, but if you just go toward the mirror, you'll get such a better result. What I'm gonna do with these back pieces, for these, sometimes it's hard for me to like, you know, if you got your hand over your head, you don't have to do this and go to the back. Literally put your elbow like toward the mirror and just flip it in your wrist, you know what I'm saying? But if you wanted to put these curls like into this part of this side, like where they're all going the same direction, because sometimes I don't like it if I start these going this way and then these going this way, because then the back of your head has a huge separation. I find sometimes it's nice to kind of continue when you get around to this side, so, and it makes it easier. So see, I picked up the wrong way. I had set it down the wrong way, so grab it again this way and do the same little motion, and it'll just kind of go right in to the other side. So you can't really see, when you get around to the front, you'll be able to see what I'm doing better. And like, you'll get faster with it. It just is easier to see, not need to be pulling forward, and sometimes, see, I was like wanting to go that way. I don't know, it's just, don't give up when you first try it, because still I have to kind of mentally like remind myself like, okay, go towards the mirror, you know, or do this. So you go in, and then like kind of with your thumb kind of guide it. Does that make any sense what I just said with your thumb? Do you know what I mean? Like, okay, now you see that one? I was grabbing it real hard and it was like, so you can kind of see there is a little crease, but it's fine. So that is just an example. What I was talking about with creases and stuff. Now you may be watching being like, oh my gosh, that's a lot of things to remember. Honestly, if you get it and you try it, the first time you get a good result, you'll be hooked and you like will not want to use anything else. It's kind of like my hairstylist Rhonda got one too to try, and she's like hooked. Trying to do the under part first. Like if I'm separating a section and I've got a piece that I could separate into a top and a bottom, I usually try to do the bottom first. Should I do this one the other way? Let's try it. So grab it the same way, and then see, now I'm on the left side, so if I wanted to make the curl go toward my face, I'd hold it down, right? Away from my face, I'd hold it up. Does that make sense? And then again, see, like this is not, oh, see, I grabbed some of the other hair. This is not like a how-to, like, oh guys, I'm an expert. This is literally like, let me share with you everything that has helped me. And I feel like I've kind of got my speed down now too. When I first tried, I was so, I want this one to kind of lift a little, so I'm gonna pull it out. I was so terrified of like burning my hair. But then I realized, like right there, you see, I'm just pulling it along the side. Like I'm using my own tension to pull it along the side. I'm not using the clamping tension of the iron, you see? And that kind of went through quick at the bottom. Yeah, you don't want to pull it too hard, you just... And then I'm going to go toward the mirror, slowly. That's something I feel, that's what I was trying to say a minute ago. I do have to be very careful though about like that initial turn and pulling. It just, you can really easily get creases. But I feel like I've gotten so much better just at like how to hold it. You know what I mean? Like and my speed, oh my gosh, my speed was the biggest thing before. Was like I said, I was rushing through it and I was getting frizzy roots and then really smooth pretty curls at the bottom. I'm just gonna do this one piece and hope for the best. Now something I did learn with my bangs, come in from the top because we're doing the left side, and then do it like this, like up, and then turn it vertical like that. And it gives you a really pretty swoop. Like it gave me a wider swoop at the top and then a prettier, flatter curl. Now here's the thing. Do you see what I mean? And what I wanna do is like let it cool for a minute. Just like with any curling iron. I haven't styled any of it yet, but here's what it looks like all around. I have a weird, I don't know why I'm telling you this. Right here is where a long time ago, speaking of like skin cancer and getting screenings, when I did that last like a vlog about nothing where I was in my car going to the dermatologist, I literally go, well my last appointment was 3 months apart, I literally go every 6 months, get skin cancer screenings, whatever. When I was, I think 22, oh my god, and one of you guys told me that you had gone to a dermatologist and asked for a skin cancer screening and like a whole body scan, and your dermatologist, I think you said you were like 22 or 23, and your dermatologist said you were too young. My mom had melanoma when she was like 24. Is that right? 25. So, I mean, she's fine now because she got it taken care of. But let me just tell you, like, I've had so many abnormal, like severe, so this one was like, I think it was like severely atypical or something where they had to do, I think, one more surgery, was that right? When you feel my head, I have like a giant, it's really creepy to like feel, but I do have a scar right at the back of my crown and it goes down pretty far. And I remember when they did that, it was right before I started YouTube, I think, like a few years before that, they had to shave part of my head, and when the hair, and I did this like comb over for like a long time, like when I was in college, and is that right? It was like my tail end of college, I think, when that happened. Yeah. And I was like 20 years old. So yeah, it was a little before YouTube. And then when the hair grew back, it grew back like this, like frizzy for like years. And now it's smooth, but I do, if I look in a mirror, I have like a long scar that is just like smooth, and you know, hair doesn't grow a lot on scars. So sometimes, since it goes down, like it's right here at my crown, like literally right on my crown, but then it goes down and it makes my hair part funny. So like sometimes I'll tell my hairstylist like, I need more color because my hair always looks dark right there. It's because my hair like part, so when I show it from the back, I'm always like, okay. You know what I mean? It looks good though, right? I hope. I don't know, I can't see from the back. But I feel like I'm getting better with it. This is just a real life thing, you know, I just kind of want to be honest with you guys. I'm not like, oh, look how perfect. I still am working on when I hold it. When you first use it, it's going to freak you out. You're going to hold it and it's going to be like, you know, when you're doing something in a mirror and you're trying, your brain is not communicating with your like motor skills and you're like, why can't I turn this the right way? You will literally be thinking that. I'm really letting it go because I just don't want to jinx this. But, biggest tip, don't squeeze like you would a flat iron, because you know flat irons, we kind of squeeze. You don't want the plates to like smash your hair. You just want them to kind of hold the hair in enough, especially if you've got thin hair. You know what I'm saying? Like you saw me guiding the hair. Before you do it, put it on. I wouldn't even turn it on. I had it on the first time I used it and I was messing up and I thought, ooh, I'm using heat. When you first get it out of the pack, practice with it a couple times with it not on. Just holding it, getting your hair in it and feeling how your hair feels when it falls into it, so that you don't go over the same piece 27 times like I did when I first started it and scared the crap out of me. Like it literally traumatized me the first time I used it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so hard. And don't be like me either. Go ahead and like use it some, you know, take my tips, like basics. Do it a couple times and then see, okay, do I have a bunch of creases? Are my curls too tight? Are they too loose? Like, what am I doing? And then set up one of those free things. Like I said, I'm not sponsored in any way by this company other than that they sent me this, which is amazing, which is wonderful. It was something I was genuinely interested anyways. And like many things that I get sent, I don't like it. I'm not going to show it, obviously. Come on. But this is all I've been using on my hair lately, and like I said, my hairstylist is using it now too, and it's really cool. So Here's what it looks like. You guys have seen me in real time. I really haven't edited anything out, unless if I edited out like little pauses or something, but I haven't fluffed it or anything, and I honestly don't even think I would have to, because it's super cute. That right there might need a little fluffing, but a little smoothing. But you know what I mean? Like, it's just pretty curls, and they do last a long time. The only product that I have used on my hair is the Monate Blowout Cream, because it has a heat protectant in it, and it's literally like the only thing that I use on my hair. Sometimes I've been using the Reshape Root Lifter. I didn't use that today because I forgot. It gives me just a little bit of grit and a little bit of lift when you blow dry your hair. I use the blowout cream though, whether I air dry or blow dry, and it makes your hair dry super fast, which I love. And it gives you heat protectant. So I will link to all that below. I feel like my hair's just been so much nicer and healthier since I've been using those products, and I love it. But I also really love this, and again, get this one that has the lights on it. I think it's the Tyme Pro. I'll link to it. But this is the one that you can adjust the temperature. I was scared of it at first, because like I said, I have a flat iron phobia when it comes to like using flat irons on my hair, because for one, I don't need them. Two, I just feel like they're gonna burn my hair off. I feel like they're gonna burn my hair off. So I was a little afraid of this, and I thought, I curl my hair a lot. If I do this every day, is this gonna be bad? Like, no, you saw my hair before. I've been using it basically almost every day. Last couple times I've done my hair, I haven't used it. I don't know why, but oh my gosh, you guys, it's the only thing I'm curling my hair with now. And I really love it. And like I said, this is something that is not new. I feel like it was kind of a trendy thing on YouTube. There's probably a lot of videos on it when it was probably like super hyped up. I don't know the timeline here of the time, but it's something you should try now. I'm probably like real late on this game, but I'll be honest with you, it's changed everything. You don't have to use a lot of hairspray because it just kind of stays, it's just so smooth and just feels good. So, sorry, they're hammering. So, that's it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I am just really thrilled about this. I'm really thrilled, Tyme. But yeah, you can just literally do so many different things. You can create beachy waves. You can do so many different things. I might do a tutorial soon on like beachy waves once I perfect that. Not that I perfected this, but I do think that just for me to get like as proficient as I am, I feel like there's things that I kind of, there were tips that I needed to hear, there were things that I needed to see, and I hope that I shared that with you guys in this one. Practice, don't give up, and also take advantage of those free sessions that they have. I still might do that, just to kind of be like, hey, help me further. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, it just creates the best like volume, soft. I love it, I just feel good. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed this. More than anything, I hope that you found it helpful. And I will link to this below. Check it out, love it. Okay, I'll link to that. Thank you guys for watching. Love you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.